You're not gonna believe this, but I once had a car come in running like garbage, no power, shifting weird, burning gas like it had a hole in the tank. Customer thought the transmission was shot. Wanna guess the fix? Mass airflow sensor, just dirty. A $12 can of spray and 15 minutes later, thing ran like new. No tools, no codes left, no shop bill. And the crazy part? That little sensor can trigger the check engine light all on its own, and half the time, nobody even checks it. Thing is, most drivers, and yeah, even some techs, skip the simple stuff. They jump to the worst-case scenario, chasing down phantom misfires or swapping sensors that were never broken to begin with. But not you. You're here, and today I'm breaking down the 5 most common check engine light causes, plus the real ways to reset it so it stays off. No gimmicks, no BS, just the same DIY tricks I've used in the shop and on my own truck. So don't spend a dime until you hear this, hit that subscribe button, and let's save your ride before your wallet gets smoked. Top 5 reasons that light came on. Alright, before we reset anything, let's talk about why the check engine light, your MIL, is even on in the first place. 9 times out of 10, it's something simple, but if you don't fix the root cause, that light's just gonna come right back, guaranteed. Reason number 1, the gas cap that ruins everything. Yep, believe it or not, a loose gas cap is one of the most common reasons for the check engine light or MIL. If the cap's cracked, loose, or the seal's shot, your EVAP system detects a fuel vapor leak and throws a trouble code, usually something like P0440. That affects the emissions system, and suddenly the ECU thinks your car's polluting the planet. Reason number 2, faulty oxygen sensor, aka O2 trouble. Your oxygen sensor, also called an O2 sensor, monitors your air-fuel ratio. When it starts failing, the combustion goes off balance, your performance drops, and your catalytic converter could get cooked. Bad data feeds the engine control unit, and boom, check light on your dashboard. Reason number 3, misfires, coils, and spark drama. A good old engine misfire will trigger the light every time. Could be a spark plug, ignition coil, or worn-out plug wires. You might notice rough idle, stalling, hesitation, or poor drivability. The ECM sees that and sets a code immediately. Trust me, the powertrain doesn't like surprises. Reason number 4, dirty mass airflow sensor equals bad air days. The MAF sensor, mass airflow sensor, tracks how much air goes into your engine. If it's clogged or dirty, your throttle response gets lazy, fuel economy drops, and the car runs like trash. Cleaning it often fixes weird performance issues and resets your wiring logic inside the ECU. Reason number 5, leaky hoses and EVAP gremlins. If you've got a cracked vacuum hose, broken connector, or loose wiring in your emissions system, your vehicle diagnostics will catch it. These tiny leaks confuse the engine control systems and throw all sorts of OBD2 error codes. Check for loose lines, worn rubber, or damaged caps. It's not always electrical, sometimes it's just a hose acting up. Quick reminder, you can do all the resets in the world, but if you don't fix the root cause, the check engine light will keep coming back like a bad habit. Let's make sure your car is actually fixed before we move on to resetting the light. Before I show you how to actually clear that code, let me hit you with a quick reality check, because this next part? Most drivers get it totally wrong. Quick truth bomb. Let me shoot it straight. Resetting the check engine light doesn't fix the problem, it just hides the warning. If you haven't done a real repair and cleared the actual fault, that light's gonna come back. I've seen drivers use reset tools or an OBD2 scanner to erase a warning code, thinking they've solved it, but all they've done is delay the malfunction. The ECU stores data for a reason. If you don't fix the underlying issue, it's just a temporary solution, a quick fix that leads to a bigger comeback. No skin tool in the world can outsmart a true mechanical issue. Real quick, if you're into no-nonsense car fixes that actually save you money, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This channel's all about real-world DIY, not dealership drama. Reset number 1, Battery Disconnect 2.0. Alright, here's your old school, no-tool reset method, and it still works like a charm. First, grab a wrench and disconnect the negative terminal, that's your ground cable, from the battery post. Once it's off, press the brake pedal or hit the horn to drain any leftover voltage in the electrical system. That forces the ECU to go through a full power cycle. Give it a solid 10 minutes to fully discharge before you reconnect the cables. Bonus tip, take the time to clean those terminals, especially if there's any corrosion on the contact points. I've seen a bad bolt or weak charge mess up a clean restart. Do it right, and it's a true hard reset, no jump start, no fuse pulling, just clean power and a fresh start. Reset number 2, Key Cycle Trick. Here's a slick little trick I've used more times than I can count. Stick the ignition key in, turn it to the on position, not start, wait about 10 seconds, then turn it off. Do that 5 to 10 times. Why? Every time you do, the ECM runs a quick system check, rereads sensor inputs, and resets certain feedback loops. It's like telling the engine control unit, hey, recheck your logic, things are fixed now. No tools, no codes, just smart voltage cycling. Simple, clean, and it works. Reset number 3, just drive it, smart. Sometimes, the best reset method is to just drive the car like normal. Seriously. The ECM needs a few complete cycles, start, idle, cruise, stop, to verify the issue is really gone. That usually takes around 30 to 50 miles of mixed city and highway driving. I've had customers freak out, thinking something's broken, when all they needed was a day or two of daily use. During that time, your onboard system runs sensor checks, logs feedback, and slowly clears the error code if it sees stable behavior. It's all about patterns, recheck, confirm, then light off. So go for a solid test drive, let the engine warm up, and let the logic do its thing. Reset number 4, ECM fuse pull. Alright, here's the old school reset trick, what I call the ECM punch. Pop open the fuse box, find the label or diagram, and pull the ECM fuse clean out. Leave it out for about 5 to 10 minutes to cut voltage from the control module and let the memory drain. This manual reset works great on older cars, where the electronics don't have backup capacitors resisting the reset. After the delay, plug it back in, fire up the ignition, and your car system should reboot. It's a traditional method, but sometimes a hard reset is exactly what your wiring needs to stop being stubborn. Reset number 5, Bluetooth OBD2 tool. This one's my personal favorite for any DIY driver. Grab a cheap Bluetooth OBD2 adapter, plug it into your car's diagnostic port, sync it with a smartphone app, and boom, you've got a full scan tool in your pocket. These little devices can read and clear any trouble code, send a reset command, and even show live data from your engine module in real time. It's quick, wireless, and totally plug and play. For around $20, you get a legit code reader that beats guesswork and gives you real vehicle info like a pro. Mechanics use them. You should too. Bonus, when the light comes back. If that check engine light returns, don't go into panic mode, go into troubleshoot mode. I once had a customer who swapped out 3 sensors and spent over $200. Turned out it was just a cracked vacuum hose causing an air leak. Seriously. A loose fuel cap, bad connector, or some cheap aftermarket part can throw a false code and lead to full-on misdiagnosis. Always recheck your wiring, intake, and evap system before buying anything. Half the time, the real problem is overlooked, and you're chasing ghosts. Don't confuse a symptom with the actual failure. That light is just the rerun of an unresolved issue. Final thought. So there you go, 5 solid ways to reset that stubborn check engine light, plus what to check if it keeps coming back. Just remember, these resets don't replace real repairs. Fix the root issue first, then clear the light the right way. I've used every one of these methods on customer cars and even my own truck, so I know they work when used smart. Drop a comment below, let me know which method worked for you or what weird issue you ran into. And if you want more no-nonsense car fixes from a real-world mechanic, hit that subscribe button and stick around. Till next time, drive safe, wrench smart.